Today, I'm going to be presenting my free training today. It's called How to Scale and Grow Your Practice in 2019 for chiropractors. So don't want to waste your time. I'm really just going to jump right into it. Today's topics that we're going to be talking about are really three key things you need to know to grow and scale your chiropractic practice in 2019. And these are focused advertising, email marketing, and engaging content. And obviously, there's lots of different things that you can do to grow and scale your practice, but these are the three main things that we believe you need to focus on. So before we hop into it, I really just want to introduce myself. My name is Mike Fisher, and I'm the founder of Chiromarketer, a digital marketing agency that's built for chiropractors. So real quick about myself is I have been a chiropractic patient for 11 years. I had my first, injury when I was 18, and that was the first time I went in and saw a chiropractor. And since then, I have seen over 8 different chiropractors in my life. And so I definitely know a lot about chiropractors. I have spent over $10,000 at least at different chiropractors at different points in my life for different injuries that I've had and paying different people. And so it's really fair to say that I understand chiropractic patients and their pain very, very well because I am one of them. I'm a success story. And as I'll share with you on the next page, why I started a digital marketing agency for chiropractors, in short, is because it saved me from surgery. And so a few years ago, I had a really bad injury to my mid-back when I was in the gym. I was doing deadlifts, and right in the middle of a rep, I heard this huge, just like pop right in my mid-back. And I knew from right then that I had injured myself. And so ever since then, I had been going back to seeing chiropractors again and again. And it really, I finally came across a really good chiropractor who really put me together, helped me not only with adjustments, but some traction. And long story short, I live every day now without any pain, and I absolutely love it. And so because of this experience, I'm now on a mission to help 1,000 chiropractors build successful practices. And the only question is, will you be one of them? So that's my brief intro, and now I want to hop into it because I don't want to waste your time or my time. So let's start with the first one, is focused advertising. So the biggest and most successful companies use advertising to get in front of their customers, right? I'm sure you can imagine any single great company on the planet, they use marketing and advertising to consistently stay in front of their clients. Creative, clever advertisements can really be the difference between a successful company or an unsuccessful company. Many of these companies spend on average between 10 to 50% of their budget on advertising. Why is that? Because if you don't have customers, you don't have a business, plain and simple. And so investing in advertising is probably not only one of the biggest, but also one of the most important investments you can make for your business. So how does this compare to referrals and discount sites? So I know many different chiropractors that I visited over the years. One of their main ways that they get new patients is through referrals. So they do workshops once a week where they, invite new patients in, and they tell them to bring their friends and their family, and everybody comes in. You do a quick little workshop, kind of talks about the benefits of chiropractic, and and then encourage them to sign up there. Sometimes I'll offer them a deal or a discount just to kind of get them started. But the problem with this is that it's really inconsistent. It doesn't allow you to scale. So even if you invite all these people to come on in, and attend a workshop, and you can give them all this great information, that's assuming they even come to the workshop. Counting on referrals isn't really predictable. That's the problem with it. And so you don't really know if they're going to show up at all. And if they do, is it going to be next week, next month, or next year? In either case, it isn't really good for consistent growth. And discount sites like Groupon they really tend to lessen your value, by creating the wrong frame through which your customers view you. So there's nothing wrong with deals to get people in the door, but you must control the frame if you want to charge premium prices. So essentially, if I'm on Groupon and I search chiropractor, right? It's going to pop up. It's going to show me 30 different chiropractor offices all in my area, all with, different images, different offers, different deals. And really you just became a commodity, and you're constantly having to compete on pricing, and offer different things, more deals, more value in order to win over somebody who's interested. This isn't a really, great way to set the tone for your practice. What you really want to do is something I'm going to talk about a little bit more, I'm pretty sure on the next slide, but it's called pre-framing is what marketers talk about. And you want to control the frame if you want to charge premium prices. So like on a Facebook advertisement or a YouTube advertisement, it's only your product, or service that's being offered right there on the screen. So a couple of things are, people automatically assume that you have the budget to advertise and come up with creative content. And not only that, but your message isn't really competing with all the other providers out there. It's just you on the screen, and it's something that people can focus on. And it's just you. So it's a huge advantage to having your own sort of real estate space, if you will, online. So, how does advertising help you grow and scale? It's pretty simple, because you need a proven way to generate leads, appointments, and ultimately customers consistently. Keyword there being consistently. So with advertising, you can identify specific audiences, craft compelling messages, and create a system to generate new clients on demand. And like I said the last slide is you can control the frame, giving your brand a premium perception. So advertising is something that you can pay for week in and week out, that addresses pain points of your target audience, that they're likely to follow up with you and take you up on your offers or book appointments with you. So if you don't have a consistent way to generate new clients, you're never going to have a successful business, because you're always going to be worried about where's the next customer going to come from. And your income is always going to fluctuate. Some months it's going to be really good, and other months it's going to be less, because you're just worrying about referrals or whatever it is. So you want a consistent way to generate these leads, appointments, and ultimately customers. Another benefit of focused advertising is, getting potential customers to click on your ad and visit your offer page activates the Facebook or YouTube pixel, which allows you to retarget. So retargeting is extremely important, because you can create secondary ads or offers to focus on people who are interested. Right? So it also costs a fraction to advertise when you retarget people, bringing your average cost for click-through rates and other KPIs or key performance indicators way down. So for example, if somebody clicks on an advertisement, makes it to your web page, and they don't take you up on your offer, they ended up, exiting out of the screen, you still know that they went to your page and they saw your offer, which means the pixel was able to grab their information. And what you can do is you can retarget those people with a secondary ad, because now you know that they're at least a little bit interested in what you have to offer, or they wouldn't have clicked on it the first time, right? So, retargeting people also costs a fraction of the price that it does to regularly market to people. So this is a huge, huge benefit when you do advertising. Not only you can get people to go all the way through your funnel and book appointments, but anybody who doesn't make it through, you can retarget them with another ad, and it's much, much cheaper. So that's the first one. So now we're going to move on to email marketing. So all great companies and marketers know the money is in the follow-up, okay? Why? Because some people are ready to buy today, but most are ready to buy later. And that's just kind of how it is. That's true for sales in almost every single industry, no matter whichever one it is. And there's no better, more ubiquitous way to follow up than email. So every single person usually has an email. If they're online, they have an email. Everybody has a Gmail account or something, right? Everybody has an email. You always have access to them. and it's always a great way to reach out to people. So how does email help you grow and scale? Well, email allows you to consistently stay in front of your potential customers to be top of mind when they are ready to buy. So essentially, you want to be able to nurture your leads, right? So you want to be able to nurture leads until they buy, which doubles your conversions or the number of patients you get on average. So this is true for so many different marketers. Will be able to vouch for this. It's, if you have a database of emails already, this is something I'm going to talk about on the next one, or if you're paying for leads, you can really put them on an email sequence, and you can just keep touching them over and over again. So this week, you might provide a little value. Next week, you provide another, piece of content that also serves as value. And then the third week, you can offer a really great offer a discount to get people to either come back in or to come in for the first time. So it really kind of depends on where they are in the buy cycle. So this is something that I cover in the next slide too. But the second reason why you want to use email marketing is because it's extremely cheap. So according to Constant Contact, an email marketing software company, and there's a whole bunch of them like MailChimp, Drip, et cetera, email marketing earns an average of $38 for every $1 spent. That's a 38 times return on your investment, which is unbelievable and isn't something that you can really get in very many other places. So once you acquire the leads, or if you already have a database of emails, you should be using them. You can nurture these leads over weeks or months, which will drastically increase your number of conversions, and it only costs you pennies on the dollar. So email marketing is not only really effective, but it's really, really cheap compared to other forms of marketing. So email marketing also gives you multiple opportunities, it's like what I was saying earlier, to add value to your potential or current customers through engaging content, to promote offers, to get people to come back, or to share with friends and family, and to stay relevant. So this is something that even a chiropractor, that lots of chiropractors actually that I've worked with in the past, they have my email, but none of them would follow up with me and send me different pieces of content every week that are entertaining or educational or inspirational. It's like, hey, we have this really great deal going on. Why don't you pass along this voucher to anyone, any one of your friends and family, and we'll see they get taken care of. There are so many ways that you can stay in front of your target audience with email that just so many people are not utilizing. And what companies do is they often create a sequence of emails that are designed to deliver specific information depending on where people are in the sales cycle. So if they just signed up, if they just opted in to your email, either a newsletter or whatever it is, then, you want to send them a welcome email. If they've gotten a few different emails from you in the past that have all, been packed full of value, exercises that they can do to help relieve lower back pain, whatever it is, then send them an offer, which they can take you up on, or something that can pass on to friends and family. This is a super easy way to get people to share your content and your offers that so many people are underutilizing. And this is something that can be automated or customized to focus on certain subscribers individually. So you can segment your email. So if you have males or females, you can send them two different types of emails. If you have military veterans versus, exercise enthusiasts, you can send two different types of emails that are custom for those audiences. And so there's lots of different ways that you can utilize email marketing and to try to target, different customer personas. It's all about just creating a strategy and following through with it. So finally, email marketing also gives you complete control over your leads. So for example, if a social network platform like Facebook goes down or creates new rules that restrict how you reach out to or engage potential or current customers, then you have to play by their rules. There's no way, shape, or form around it. With email, you can control what you send, how often, to whom, in what order, and for any reason. So that's something that we really like a lot. So you gain more control over your marketing with email marketing. And it's something, like we were talking about, it's yours to have, it's yours to keep. It's not something you rent from other people. Once you build that list, you have it forever. And it's something that you can upload into Facebook, and you can advertise just to that list, or you can just upload it into those email marketing software platforms like we had talked about before, and you can just easily start running different messages to them. So there's lots of different benefits to being able to control your leads and have that under your control versus always having to play by somebody else's rules. All right. So number 3 is engaging content. So in today's market, people want value up front before they buy into anything. Hence, very similarly, why I'm creating a free training for you right now. So it's not something that I'm not asking you to buy from me and then I'm going to show you this content. I'm showing you this content so that you can understand that I know what I'm talking about, and I give you kind of a little demo of it, a little taste of it. And if you want to learn more, then you'll reach out to me and you can ask me about it. So very similar to what your strategy should be like. So this can come in several different forms, but most notably by creating engaging content. So this content is usually posted on social media networks like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. And if you visited any social network in the last few years, you've probably seen a plethora of people creating educational content like how-to videos, tutorial videos, entertainment content, and inspirational content. Everybody is creating content these days, and there's a reason for it, okay? And educational videos, more specifically, or educational content, are the fastest way to grow your following because people will come to identify you as a certain individual who is giving them value for a certain topic for which they're very interested in. So, for example, if somebody is, in pain, is constantly in pain, they're likely to follow people who can teach them how to relieve their pain. So how does engaging content help you grow and get more customers? Well, it's simple. Creative content is important for building authority in your marketplace. So it allows you to share your expertise with others. And when you give this content away for free, people will come to know you as the expert on a particular topic. So this is huge because everybody is trying to demonstrate their value, and the more expertise you can showcase, you are building authority in people's minds. Okay. And this is a longer term strategy because while you might see some immediate results, you'll have somebody who, if you've created a great piece of content and you promote it or boost it locally in your area, you'll have, somebody come in and be like, yeah, hey, I've seen a few of your videos, online about how to do this. And I really wanted to come in. While you might see some immediate results, your potential customers will see you over and over again. And when they're ready to buy, you will be first on their mind. So you'll be top of mind, okay? And building authority also allows you to charge higher prices. So not only are you putting out content over and over again that people find relevant and useful, but also you're building authority because it's something that they come to know you as an expert, and building authority allows you to charge higher prices. So if they've never heard from you, if they don't know who you are, they will be somewhat skeptical about your services if you're trying to charge top dollar. But if you constantly put out different content about ways you can relieve pain, and you showcase testimonials and you have interviews with patients, or if you do live exercises with people that kind of demonstrate your value, this is something that will allow you to charge higher prices. When they do come in and they're ready to buy from you, they won't even question your pricing because they know that you know what you're talking about. So types of content. So there's pics, blogs, videos, podcasts, live events, et cetera, et cetera. There's lots of different types of content. But one of the ones we're going to focus on for this training video is video. So the most popular and engaging type of content are videos. And that's because, videos have been proven to engage people better and increase conversions by up to 85%. Okay, this is unreal. So if you're scrolling through, Facebook, let's say, right, and you see a post that's just text, not bad, but you might not want to pause to read the whole thing. If you see something with a photo and text, that's obviously a little bit better. It's got a visual component to it, so people can kind of visualize what you're talking about. But a video is something that people can just stop and just watch. And something about watching you and listening to you at the same time really gains. It makes your customers, your potential customers, trust you and really understand what you're saying. And they're a much, much higher chance of them clicking through to your ad or content or whatever it is to go to your website and to actually go and visit your page and to learn more about you. According to Impact, viewers retain 95% of a message in a video versus 10% if they read it. And this makes a whole lot of sense, right? Because if you're reading a whole bunch of stuff, you're not very likely to remember everything that you read. But if you saw really great, creative, captivating, well thought out video, people are very, very likely to remember exactly what you said. And according to Cisco, by the end of 2019, video will account for 80% of global internet traffic and approximately 85% of online traffic in the United States. Okay, guys, this is unbelievable. If you are not utilizing video in this day and age, you are missing out on so much engagement and conversions that you could be having. Versus just doing plain text or something a lot simpler. So even though it's a little bit more effort, and in some cases, depending on how great the production is going to be, it can be a lot more effort. However, it's really, really worth it. So what's the best way to use your content? So mostly through your advertisements, social media posts, emails, and on your website. Really anywhere online where potential customers would come to visit you, your profile, website, learn a little bit more about you. Now, you should have a strategy behind your content. You don't just want to be making content for no reason. This is the surest way for you to just waste a lot of time, effort, and energy and not get the results that you're looking for. So good strategy starts with research and narrowing down topics to what your audience will find most useful and what has high business value for you. And if you can also incorporate the aspect of lower competition, so videos or talking about topics that have lower competition, that is also a plus. For example, creating videos on how to relieve back or neck pain through the benefits of regular adjustments will benefit you and your customers. So this is something, this is an example of a piece of content that you can create that not only will help solve your customers' problems, which is back and neck pain through benefits of regular adjustments, but they have to be able to come to you to be able to get these sort of adjustments. So it's a win-win for you and for them. So that's something that is a really quick example. And if you were to work with me, this is something that we would do is come up with a strategy before we actually created any single bit of content. All right. So finally, okay, so this is called the mere exposure effect. So when you use all of these aspects simultaneously, you will be seen by your potential customers everywhere they look. This is called the mere exposure effect. So essentially, if you are creating advertisements that that your customers, your potential customers are seeing, and you're targeting them, you're running an advertisement, every week or whatever it is, that's something that they'll see you all the time. If you are creating tons and tons of really great content on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, LinkedIn, and your customers find you and they start to follow you, they can constantly be getting tips, tricks, and lots of different value in multiple different forms with which they can associate you with more authority. And on top of that, if you're sending them emails, which you're not, spamming them, you're not sending too many emails all the time to be a nuisance, but you're, sending an email once a week or a few different times a month, then this is something that they're going to come to see you all the time, everywhere. So you're almost going to become omnipresent. And this is called the mirror exposure effect. And when somebody is ready to buy, you'll be the first one that they think about. So in summary, actively focusing on advertising, email marketing, and creating great content will allow you to create a steady flow of clients coming in through your door and build your authority so that you're never having to compete on pricing. So with clients coming in regularly and paying full prices, you've created a solid foundation to grow and scale your practice. So again, these are the three pillars, the three main aspects that we associate with you needing to grow and scale your practice. Now, again, there's lots of different things that you could be doing. And if you reach out to us, we'll be happy to give you even more things that you should be doing, optimizing your websites, et cetera, making sure that your team is trained on following up individuals. But in its core, these are the three components that you really need in order to stay top of mind on your potential customers, having them think you're an authority, and constantly creating this steady stream of customers coming in and week out. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If so, and you're interested in working together to implement some or all of these aspects into your practice, schedule a call with me below. So right below this video, you're going to see a button. All you have to do is click it. It's going to take you to my scheduling page, and feel free to schedule a time. You have to answer a few questions and schedule a time that works best for you. And I look forward to speaking with you guys there. And just in case you want, again, our name is Chiromarketers. Is the name of our company. We're based in San Diego, California. And the best email to reach out to us right now is the chiromarketer@gmail.com. So thanks again, everybody. I really do appreciate you being here. I hope you got a ton of value out of this, and look forward to seeing if I can help you guys out in any other way. All right, talk to you guys later.